Aliyar, you know, Kulasekar Aliyar. Aliyar.
12 Aliyars.
12 Aliyars. Beautiful story. I love it.
We have this 4,000 verses of Bhagavatam, all written by Aliyars. So 4,000 verses will be there, and it's a must that we should learn before our life ends, but it's really difficult.
Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the Sangeetana way, Ramanujacharya encouraged the Tamil verses equal to Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and all the Shastras said in Tamil, so that the Tamil people, they don't need to have a difficulty in learning Sanskrit. So they can understand in Tamil itself. That's like the 4,000 verses.
Exactly.
We are trying to teach Tamil to our kids. So,
especially Kulasekar Aliyar, very dear to our heart.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We are really happy that you know Kulasekar Aliyar. We are really blessed to hear from you. Yeah, if you can just teach them some Bhagavad Gita in a clippings like short summary.
Sure. You are studying Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah.
Like in Sostra, not complete.
Yes, true. Sarvopunisadho gavo dugdha gopalamandana partho vatsha chudhir bhakta dugdham gita mutam. So which of the verses from Bhagavad Gita you have learned very favorite to you?
Now I learned the first 10. And you know the last one, right? Like Sarvadharma.
These verses we shouldn't say in front of God. Right? Do you know that why? Right?
Should not say in front of God?
Yeah. We shouldn't say that in front of God, right? Because
explain.
He is saying that you should not worry for anything. I'm always there.
Yeah.
So
we shouldn't say that in front of God. That you shouldn't worry, and I'm always there. And I'm here to.
No, sorry. We cannot recite this verse.
Yeah.
Utter this verse in front of God, in a way like addressing Supreme God. So, but that's meant. That is a verse from the side of God for us. From His end, meant for us, not for God.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why. So we cannot utter or recite that verse in the mood of addressing Supreme Lord through this verse. Then it will be just other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, it's meant for Lord's devotees. So many beautiful verses from all over Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We specifically admire, adore Dvadashodhyay, Bhakti Yoga, Bhagavad Gita. Verses like Manmana Bhavamad Bhakto Madhya Jimang Namasko Mami Vaishyashi Shattanti Pratijami Priyoshini Macchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. These are some essential verses of the Dvadashodhyaya 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. Macchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mami vishnu sattam pratijami priyashya. Then of course, verses like from other chapter, Tesham Shatatajuktana Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenoma Upajantiti Mayi Eva Mano Adasya Mayi Buddhim Niveshaya Nivasishyasu Mayi Eva Ato Buddham Nashamshaya. And this way. After the study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when one is engaged in studying Srimad Bhagavatam, it becomes wonderful. Can read, study Srimad Bhagavatam with wonderful understanding and taste. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, actually the primary stage, is like it's meant for doing the groundwork.
But I find it the other way, because when I read Bhagavatam first, I felt it is more with stories and about Krishna.
Easy
to understand because it's all stories. And so
But
now
Bhagavad
I'm
Gita
in
very
Bhagavad Gita
difficult,
learning,
yeah.
but I feel it's somewhere I'm getting lost out of it.
I mean, the essence, when you read the portion of the Siddhanta, read the essential portion of the Siddhanta of Srimad Bhagavatam, then of course all full of Tattva, Tattva and Leela both.
I mean, we read outline, so
Yes.
maybe we should go in depth.
So Shukadev Goswami Prabhu was being kind enough to describe all in details dynasty and life stories, ultimately to teach the higher Krishna consciousness, to teach the esoteric philosophy of Krishna consciousness, in other words, the esoteric devotional service to Krishna through all those. So you are simply using those life stories, all those descriptions, ultimately to promote, to enhance the main purpose of how to approach beautiful Lord Krishna, how to attain him, ultimately through love relationship, through awe and reverence, service with awe and reverence, and ultimately to the service of loving adorations. Okay. So there we find the four aspects of Srimad Bhagavatam. One is more descriptive life story aspects of the description of all some great life stories, another the histories, okay, some part of the histories which incorporates the astronomical, astrological side also, geographical, astrological, astronomical, all. And there are the Tattva and Leela, all are interwoven, described by Shukadev Goswami Prabhu according to the context, depending on the nature of the questions placed by King Parikshita. According to the context of answering to the questions of King Parikshita, Shukadev Goswami flowed. So, the manner, the method, the nature of the flow of Srimad Bhagavatam as described by Shukadev Goswami, also dependent on the nature of question by King Parikshita. It just spontaneously, Srimad Bhagavatam spontaneously manifested, depending on according to the context of the questions placed by King Parikshita and answers by Shukadeva Goswami. That's how it revealed spontaneously. Even you know, the father of Shukadeva Goswami was present in that assembly to listen to the delivery of Srimad Bhagavatam, presentation of Srimad Bhagavatam from the lips of his own son. At that point, he considered his son to be his guru. although in fact he was none other than his beloved son, beloved, very knowledgeable son, full of wisdom, infinite wisdom. From the very birth, Sri Shukadeva Goswami, from the very birth, he was naturally filled with Brahman realization. He was well established in the Brahma Jnana. From the very birth, that's how. He was born. After all, he is the son of such a great father, Maharshi Krishna Dvaipayam Veda Vyasam, Vyasadeva. So he was an inborn wise person. In other words, he was the paragon, unlimited ocean of divine wisdom from his very birth. So they were well established in Brahma Jnanam. And then, at some point, his heart got attracted to the beauty and taste of Radha Krishna Lila. That's what he described in that beautiful verse. He admitted to King Parikshita how he was irresistibly attracted. His heart was irresistibly attracted to the ambrosial taste, nectarine taste and beauty of Krishna Lila. Parinishthitopi narkunni uttama shloka lilaya grihita cheta rajarshi akyanam jad adhitavam. His father arranged in such a way so that, he selected few people like woodcutters and a few others and educated them with some of the principal verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and asked them to chant it, sing those verses whenever they see Shukadeva Goswami wandering around. Shukadeva Goswami would not be staying in one place. He would be just wandering, roaming around according to the inner inspiration of his Mahabhagavatam. So he would hardly stay in one place. He was like Paribrajaka from the beginning. So then Vyasadeva was ideal householder devotee, embodiment of the highest, one of the highest embodiments, personifications of being ideal, most ideal householder devotee of the Lord. But Shukadeva Goswami was not householder. He was renounced from the beginning. He was completely renounced saint from the very beginning after birth. They felt his father, Maharshi Vyasadeva, and his mother felt so much pain of separation from their son Shukadeva when he left home in a very early age. He would be roaming around naked without any external consciousness. No external physical consciousness all the time. Absorbed, completely absorbed in the Brahma consciousness. That was Shukadeva Goswami. You all heard. You heard that fact. Apsaras bathing in the river naked would not feel any necessity to even wear their clothes if Shukadev Goswami would pass by.
He will not see that.
Knowing how he doesn't have,
We hear that in the Upanyasa.
being sure he doesn't have any external reason. He was having the vision of the presence of Krishna, presence of Supreme Lord Narayana everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere. He was,
Even
could
the
not
trees.
but see that only.
Yeah.
He could not but see only the existence of divine presence of Lord Narayana in the form of Paramatma and Brahma all over. Without any discriminations of physical discriminations. That was Shukadev Goswami. And the heart of that Shukadev Goswami was irresistibly drawn to the beauty, transcendental, divine beauty and taste of Krishna Lila. And then he dove deep into the nectarian ocean of Tattva and Krishna Lila, Radha Krishna Lila. And then he was reproducing in the assembly of King Parikshita that the first production of Srimad Bhagavatam, okay, in other words, revelation, that would be most more appropriate word. The first revelation and presentation of Srimad Bhagavatam was through Vyasadeva, to the heart of Vyasadeva, discovering everything to the world of his pure devotional meditations, based upon all the 10 verses he received from his Guru Devarshi Narada, meditated on. And then he visualized the whole Radha Krishna Tattva and their transcendental Leela through subjective world of meditation, through subjective experience. Not that Krishna Dvaipayan Vedovyas, not that Maharishi Vedovyas actually went to Vrindavan and eye-witnessed each and everything, because he was actually composing Srimad Bhagavatam. He was engaged in composing, writing Srimad Bhagavatam at the end, almost at the end of Krishna Leela. Already all those Leela happened before, took place. So, because the nature of Radha Krishna Leela, Nityam, is eternal, so he could re-visualize everything, like reviewing, rewinding, like reviewing, revisioning everything by the grace of his great Guru, great glorious Guru, Devarshi Narada. Okay, so it's a revision. The whole Radha Krishna Leela, whole Vrindavana pastimes, Mathura, Dwaraka pastime, everything. Again, through his world of meditation, divine meditation, samadhi. That's how. See, this is a wonderful way how Ramayana got composed. See, Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavatam also composed in a very similar manner.
At the end of Shukar's recitation, then he wrote the...
Then he finalized. There was 3 sittings of Srimad Bhagavatam, then it was all got finalized. First...
So for Shukar it came from Narada, or from Narada to Krishna Dvaipaya and then to Shukar.
Yes. Devarshi Narada is our great Gurudev. We worship, we adore Devarshi Narada. So dear to Lord Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Okay. So dear to Krishna also. See. Lakshmi Narayana, Sita Ramachandra, Radha. One and same, different manifestation. simply just different ways of the manifestation of tattva. Different manifestation by lila only, but by tattva one and same. Yes. After the whole Srimad Bhagavatam was presented by Shukadeva Goswami in King Parikshit assembly, then Vyasadeva he finalized Srimad Bhagavatam. And then thereafter Shuta Goswami, Brahmisharan, Shaunak, Shuta Shaunak, another sitting of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then that was also added later on. The complete Srimad Bhagavatam manifested. So, back to the point. So you felt a bit easier to study into Srimad Bhagavatam because
it's story and the Leela, maybe Krishna
yes.
Leela was so wonderful to read, and I was enjoying while reading it. But Bhagavad Gita is more like to think and to understand for me. I mean, in Bhagavatam I didn't learn any shlokas, but just the story in Tamil altogether. It was a little bit easy to
Understand. Yes, relate to. True, very true. Back to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You requested me to speak something, give some illuminations on certain verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I'm thinking from where to start. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is full of so many beautiful, wonderful verses, so meaningful, significant, so beneficial, spiritually beneficial, divinely beneficial. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, yoga yoga, bhakti yoga. You remember any of those verses? Just tell me. Which verse? Any verse of the Bhagavad Gita you remember? Dharmaksheti, Kurukshetri, they are the first chapters.
10, yeah, first 10 or 15 they know order.
Oh, I see. I did not go further.
No.
Okay. It's a wonderful scenario for Srimad Bhagavad Gita to manifest through the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It's the one and only scripture, one and only holy scripture out of all, which actually manifested in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. There is no other. There is none other in the same scenario. All the soldiers are waiting to start fighting. All are stopped in the middle of both groups of soldiers. I'm wondering what's going to happen in this battle, big battle. War. Practically it was not small battle. It was practically a war. Now, all of a sudden they were beholding with wonder-struck heart. Wonderful event. Krishna started advising, Krishna started instructing, revealing Srimad Bhagavad Gita knowledge to Arjuna. Nobody saw this before. No soldier saw this before. That such high treasure, high spiritual treasure of life being presented right in the battlefield, in the middle of battlefield. And then, of course, all could not hear everything of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, Krishna, Sanjaya, Dhritarashtra, Vidura, Vyasadeva, of course, few other demigods, and of course the Mahajanas like Devarshi Narada, other pure devotees, Siddha Mahatma,
Vishnu.
Bhishma. Gaur Hari Gaur.
Vishnu Sahasranam also born from Vishnu.
In battlefield, yeah.
Sahasranama?
Sahasranam.
Vishnu Sahasranama. Yeah, that's also from the battlefield. That is another example. Meaning to us, giving us the message, well, to Supreme Lord and before the holy names and glory of the Supreme Lord, all these are nothing. Okay? Giving us the message, our very life is nothing but a battlefield. Isn't it? Our life, one of the characters, aspects of our life is that of battlefield. We're all battling in different ways, different ways, different manners. Because there are a lot of good things happening, also bad things happening on our life, on this mundane plane of existence. It doesn't happen on the divine plane of existence. But on the mundane plane of existence, where everything is conditioned, everything is mundane and mortal, everything is bound by the rules of birth and death, birth, maintenance and annihilation, birth, maintenance and death. Everything going through this vicious circle, birth, maintenance and death. Unlike happening in the transcendental world. There are things going on in eternity without birth and death. So the question may arise how, when you go to the transcendental plane, when you approach our Supreme Lord, Divine Lord, on their abode, on their own abode, is it not like rebirth? No. It is like discovery. We are there already. Discovering it. Discover means it is already there from the beginning. We just discover it. That's the way it is. Or Sarupule. Anyway.
We forgot that we are already from there and we are in this materialistic world with so many stuffs affecting us.
Our Swarupa already represented there, original self. All of us have got original divine self on the Swarupa level. Guru Varga gave example, like you are sleeping, you are having some dreams, realizing things on a dreams level. Good dreams or bad dreams. A dream is dream. And as long as the dream is not broken, as long as the dream continues, world of our dreams, world of experience continues, then that seems to be a reality to us. That seems to be a very realistic life of us. So we cannot differentiate between the experience of the dream and the wakeful state unless we are awakened from the dream, until we got awakened. So only after waking up from the dream state, then only we are able to differentiate between dream state of experience and wakeful state of experience. In a similar way, Mahajanas describe this world of existence like our dreams experience. Suppose when one is already dreaming, engaged in dreaming and never wakes up, then the dream's world of experience becomes a reality, like this. If he never wakes up, the experience on the plane of dream becomes like a realistic life, continuing. This world becomes like dream state.
Maya.
But when we wake up, at some point when we wake up from the dream, then we realize, oh, so long I was dreaming, that is experience of dream, not reality. This is reality. In a similar way, when we, by the blessed chance, happy chance, by causeless grace, mercy of the Lord, when we are able to wake up on the plane of Sharupa Dasha, the real original divine, plane of Vaikuntha, Narayana Loka, plane of Goloka, Krishna Loka, then we can immediately identify about our divine self, our eternal, original divine self. It's called Sharupa. And then we can realize, oh, so long we are having nice dreams. On the other plane of, on the mundane plane of existence, we're having dream, we're thinking, oh, that was realistic life, but this is really realistic life. That's a nice example. As long as we continue to be dreaming and dreaming, never wake up, that becomes a reality to us. This becomes non-reality, like sleeping state. As soon as we wake up on this state, that becomes dreaming. This is reality. Similarly, as we wake up on the plane of Vaikuntha Goloka, that becomes reality. Plane of absolute reality, plane of perfection. And we realize this is illusory world. That's what. So, in relation to the same Siddhanta, I can describe the verse of Bhagavad Gita. Same reality. Same truth has been explained by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita through a beautiful verse. What is that verse? Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samjana jasyam jagrati bhutani sha nisha pasyato muni. In brief, what is night? What is day to the great saintly persons, Muni, Rishis, Yogis? Night to others. What is day to them? Night to Muni, Rishis, Yogis. Other verse. What feels, what is realized to be day, full of lights and illuminations, full of lights of knowledge, wisdom, realization. So I repeat, what is realized to be the day to the great saintly persons, great Muni, Rishi, Yogis, the same level, the same word is night, like dark night to all others who do not have any relation with that level, because they are not wakeful on that state of the saintly realized souls. It is night to them. Day to saint, day to Muni, day to a pure realized soul is night to others. And what is day to others is night to those realized souls. They don't have any business. Like there are so many animals, they see very nicely through darkness. This is darkness to us, great for them, light to them. And some are there, they don't see very well during the daytime, too much light for them. They like to sleep during day, wake up at the night. This is one of the significant verses of Bhagavad Gita. Meaning, that's it, making the difference, helping us understand the difference, different dynamics of the experience, different dimensions of living the life. Okay. One dimension of life is day to one group of the wise person, the realized soul. Same is night to others. What is day to them is night to them, realized souls. One group is living on the mortal, material, mortal plane, okay, mundane plane. That is night to all the saintly people, realized souls. They have no business there. For the mundane people, that plane of perfection, highest plane of divinity, transcendental world, all like night, because they are not, yet they have not had the fortune to be wakeful on that divine plane. So one of Lord Krishna's essential instructions, in other words, one of the essential teachings of Lord Krishna is that no matter whatever time, place, situation you are in, under whatever time, place, circumstances you find yourself in, okay, in whatever conditions your life is in, try to devote yourself for my cause. Okay, try to relate to me, connect with me, devote yourself in love to my service. And then, don't you, I will take care of you. See, beginning of the verse, Sridhar Maharaj, he says, you all already know, but still again I feel like giving some illuminations on that. He asked us to give up, not the adharma, but sarva dharma, means give up all the relative concepts, paths of religion, and then relate, go beyond, rise above all the relative paths, relative states of the religiosity, okay, religious affairs, practices, and come to the absolute religion of mind. Give up all little, limited type, okay, relative kinds of religious practices that of limited nature, and come to the plane of absolute religion, which is centering around me only. I am the center and goal of that absolute religion. And that absolute religion already accommodating all the relative paths of religion within. So give up all your relative duties. Religion, dharma means duties. Relative duties, relative good things. Approach me, who is absolute good, no relative good, who is the source of all highest good of life, highest fulfillment, absolute fulfillment of life, perfect fulfillment of life. Okay, so rise above all the relative influences of all limited relative religions, embrace my religion, devotional surrender unto me. Okay. okay, acceptance of me in divine love relationship. Not only through awe and reverence, but through divine love relationship. Mami, Kanga Sharanam Braja, that's the absolute religion. To be exclusively devoted to me. Exclusively to accept exclusive shelter of mine with exclusive devotion, wholehearted devotion. Kanga Sharanam Braja. Then, if you can have that qualification, then don't worry. Thereafter, don't worry. I fully take care of you. I fully take up the full responsibility of your whole life and everything. Don't worry. Even if you make some sincere endeavor to do that, you may not be eligible or qualified to have exclusive loving surrender to me, exclusive devotion unto me, yet even if you make sincere efforts towards it, okay, some endeavor, wholehearted endeavor, I bless that action, I bless that efforts, endeavor because of your sincerity, and make it qualified, okay, to approach me. Because your efforts, endeavors can be very limited, futile. But when you make it with the best of your sincerity, I accept that. Bhavograhi Janardhan, and bless that endeavor to make it further qualified, really qualified, to be able to approach me now, to be able to have a real devotion, exclusive devotion, devotional love relation with me. Then you become mine, I become yours. You then, on that state, you fully on that state you fully become belonging to me. You become belonging to me fully, and I also belong to you. You become mine, and on the higher stage of more intimate relationship with me, when you can have, I also become yours. Reciprocative. It's a reciprocative love relationship with the Supreme Absolute Lord. Highest goal of ambrosial fulfillment. That's how it is described down. The highest goal of all ambrosial fulfillment of life. Highest divine goal of all nectarian fulfillment of life. Nectarian perfection of life. And the nature of such a relationship manifests in that reciprocative way, intimately reciprocative way. I am yours, you are mine. From both sides. As the devotees say, "O Lord, I am yours, you also became mine, you are mine." Supreme Lord also says from his side, "O my beloved devotee, you are my beloved devotee, so as I am yours, you are also mine." So both have that claim of loving relationship for each other. Amito tomar, tumito amar, kikajo aporidham. Srila Bhakti says. Saham tvam sarvapapi bhamakshayishami mashucha. Okay, don't worry at all. Now you are mine. Now you are wholeheartedly mine. So I also become yours as loving guardian. Your perfect loving guardian to protect you, to safeguard you, to nurture you, sustain you, nurture you with my ecstatic with ecstatic love of mind, ecstatic love service of mind. That is your food. That is your life sustaining, life nurturing, reality. What is that? Ecstatic, loving, devotional service of mind in your life. The more you do, the more you engage in that, the more you want to have. The more you have it, the more you have it, the more you want to do that. You want to offer your love service to me. The more you offer your love service to me, the more you have in return experience of bliss. That is the return comes. Ecstatic love of God. The more you feel, experience, have the experience of ecstatic love of Krishna, the more you want to engage in his or her service, Radha Krishna service. The more you engage in their love service, the more ecstasy, love ecstasy, nectarine love ecstasy, love, blissful love you get, taste. Go on. Okay. To the limitlessness. Between the taste, nectarine, between the limitless nectarine taste of that bliss and the blissful love service.
I feel it's more motivational for me.
Yes.
Like Newton third law.
Yes.
Action, more reaction.
Yes. More action, more reaction. Action, reaction. Reciprocation. Then reciprocation from other end in response. Reciprocative relationship. So much to discuss about. Okay, today's Sunday program, we also have to go.
No,
Yeah.
you can have
Lunch.
prasad.
We have some prasad.
You'll be happy to. Sorry.